Okay, hear you. This is Lord Potato. This is what if Naruto was the reincarnation of of Death the Kid. Now, this is part four, I think so. So I did part three like 6 months ago or like 3 months ago. I don't remember when I did it, but yeah, I'm trying to really finish this one, and I'm also trying to finish Karma Akabas. But yeah, so of course let me not do a recap because I'm lazy as fuck. But yeah, but yeah. So we'll go into Naruto being in the Mist Village. Now Naruto is in the Mist Village, kind of well. So of course we go. Yeah, sorry, I said that. Um, Naruto is actually walking with what's called Liz and Patty, but also Hinata. Now Naruto is just talking to Hinata, and of course Hinata really, well, how should I say, really left the Leaf Village to actually be with Naruto. So yeah, Naruto is happy that Hinata is with him, and of course this is where Naruto, he is, well, they're only what they call 13. So of course Naruto, he's thinking what to do next. He's thinking, well, first he goes to, well, his apartment's house a little bit in this village. Of course, the villagers do wave at Naruto, Hinata, Patty, and even Liz. And of course, is where Chojuro, he's right now training with Bakugo, because Bakugo is one of the new swordsmen with the explosion sword. And of course, this is where Raitina, who's actually using what's called lightning swords, is training with what's called Sayana, who uses the needle, the thin needle. Well, the thin needle sword is actually fighting with Haku. So yeah, of course, Zabuza's training him to be the next swordsman. So of course, Naruto is just, well, talking to Hinata, and Hinata is very happy to be with Naruto. So yeah, since I think I did mention that Naruto, yeah, well, I really didn't care. I just put Naruto and Hinata as a ship or whatever. I think at that point I really didn't care that much. I think this has been. I don't remember when I uploaded the first video, but yeah. Of course, we're Naruto. He is right now just talking to Hinata and telling her that she can live with him until she can find her own house or something. Hinata refused to live anywhere else that is not with Naruto. Naruto realized that Hinata's kind of clingy, but yeah. But of course, Naruto's happy for that. So of course, Naruto smiles, and of course, Hinata also smiles. And well, Liz and Patty kind of feel weird because Naruto and Hinata are just like talking. Of course, it's where, well, they kind of feel like this weird, what's it called? Well, weird thing. But of course, it's where, well, Naruto, he was called up by one Anbu towards May office. Now, I should mention one thing. The third Hokage is dead, so of course Jiraiya had to go find Tsunade. Now, of course, Orochimaru is also dead, so there's no Kabuto or anything like that. But this is where May wanted Naruto to go towards her office. So yeah. So of course, going to the office is, well, yeah. So this is where Naruto shows up to the office and says, "Yo, hello, May Sama." Sir May says, "Hello there, Naruto. I wanted to talk to you about what you're gonna do." This is where Naruto says, I wanted to train so at least become stronger, but you can give me that tuning right now since I show a lot of potential." This is where May says, I would give it the tuning rank, but, well, what about the Hinata girl, the Hyuga girl? This is where Naruto says she's very trustworthy. She even killed her own father and almost her sister for me. This is where May said, weird. What is that? I can't really think of any girl that would like you. This is where Naruto goes, that really hurted me, Sama. You know, It's really painful for, well, someone so young and someone that doesn't know anything about love. You know, you're showing a very bad example for someone so young. This is where May says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do I look like I care?" Naruto says, "No." Well, if you are done kind of telling me about my love sucks and yada yada yada, what do you really want? May says that, well, some Almus scouters kind of found an organization called the Akatsuki. They are after the different bijus. And since you're a Shinchuriki, you have the nine tails, right? Naruto nodded. Then makes sense. Then, you, well, I'm actually gonna put you on hold before you become Chunin. Well, before you become Jonin, exactly. Naruto what? And Taisa says, why? Well, May said, well, we gotta get you to be strong. So, of course, the three tails will be reforming in 4 years. Yes, because, well, Yagare's dead. Well, with that happening, you have to train very hard before these Akatsuki come. So you have to pay, well, not pay. You have to protect the three tails from the Akatsuki, since the three tails is basically weaker than the nine tails. And also, the six tails. The six tails we already found, but of course are just ignoring him because we don't really want to force him or anything. But of course, he's just near the islands. Naruto nodded. So you have to protect those so we can file whatever the Akatsuki's plan. Naruto nodded. So we go into Naruto actually training for, well, 4 years. So we go into, well, a 4-year time skip. Of course, Jiraiya is still fighting Tsunade. Tsunade still kind of healed Kakashi somewhat. Kakashi is saddened that, well, Naruto Uzumaki killed so many and also killed just a lot of. Hinata Hyuga was also counted as a rogue ninja, but it's in the Mist Village, so they can't really do anything about that. But yeah. Now, I think I said that Danzo died also, but yeah. And Sasuke is dead, so yeah. Itachi was pretty angry to find out that his little brother is dead. Finds out that the Nine Tails was the one to do it. But yeah. That's where we go into Naruto training with, well, the Six Tails. And yeah. Naruto is actually went back to the Mist Village. And Naruto, well, he got in stronger. He didn't just train with the Six Tails. He also did train with Liz and Patty. And also Hinata. Since Hinata was not a fully fledged ninja to be in the Mist Village, they allow her to be with Naruto. So, we go into Naruto. Naruto, he is actually much stronger than, well, previous. When he was about 13. Now he's 17 and he's taller. He's the height of, well, this is where we go into, well, Naruto already coming back to the Mist Village. And of course he knows where the Three Tails is reformed at. And of course he has met the Six Tails and all that, since he trained with him. Now of course we go into Naruto. Naruto as well became way stronger with both using Patty and Liz, but yeah. I should also mention that Naruto, I'm gonna say he's 6 because Def the Kid is, I thought he was taller, but he's only 5'5", and Naruto is like 5'6". Again, I don't really remember the age, but yeah. Of course, I'm gonna say Naruto is, well, 6, just 6 feet. Patty and Liz are a little bit taller than the original canon in their world, actually. So, Patty, she is the height of, well, she's the height of, well, 5'5", while Liz is the height of, well, 6'1". So still taller than Death Kid. Of course, this is where Hinata's actually, taller than original canon, because she would be the height of, well, she'd be 5'3", but now she's actually, well, 5'11", so a little bit kind of next to Death the Kid, so Naruto. This is where, well, with that happening, Naruto, he got back to the village, and of course he does talk to Mei Tomori. Well, Mei. Of course, this is where Mei then noted that Naruto's already strong enough, so gives him a Jonin vest. Now his Jonin vest is blue instead of being green because he's not from the Leaf Village. Hinata does the same. And Patty and Liz, well, they just wear their normal clothes because, well, Mei already knows that Patty and Liz are basically Naruto's guns or weapons. Because they kind of shape shift or whatever. So, yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he says, I mean, they didn't grow the same size. And of course, it's unbalanced here. Both Patty and Liz punches Naruto in the head. And of course, Hinata does the same. Because, well, Naruto's talking about height, but also what to call. Well, you know how Deaf Kid is with, how should I say, breast size? Because, you know, in the anime, he just kind of like grabs both Patty and Liz, kind of breast size and all, and kind of measures saying that this is not the right size or anything. So, of course, he was talking about that also, Naruto. And, of course, even to Hinata a little bit. But this is where all three of them punch him in the head. And, of course, Naruto says, ow. This is where Mei kind of laughed at their antics. But yeah. This is where, well, Naruto saying, whatever. So, what about the Akatsu's, Mei? Mei says, so, we don't actually know where they're at. They're probably at the Kazekage. Since Gaara, Gaara will still be insane. He just got knocked the fuck out when when the whole attack happened. Yeah, Gaara still went insane. So Gaara is somewhat not the Kazekage. Temari is. Temari is the new Kazekage. She's the first female Kazekage in that village. Of course, Gaara has kind of became less insane because, well, Temari, since she's the new Kazekage, she just lets Gaara be and, well, not try to, well, let villagers be near her brother, but she's always kind of trying to be kind to her brother, and yeah. So, of course, Gaara is kind of less insane, but he still can't sleep because of his insomnia. So, yeah. Of course, we go into the Akatsu still grabbing Gaara, and since Temari cannot ask for the Leaf Village, she actually decides to give a message to the Mist Village by kind of sending a messenger towards the Mist Village that, well, one ninja actually managed to respond because they were kind of off the island. They were kind of near the wavelands. Of course, this is where they got a message, and of course, this is where they contact Mei Tarume, and also, well, Mei decided to put Naruto, Uzumaki, Haku, and also Chojuro. Chojuro. I don't know why I say Chojuro. Chojuro, and also Hinata to go and see what the sand wants. So, of course, this is where they're all running. Now, of course, Naruto found out a faster way to get out of the Mist Village, and that is by using his summoning. He found a new summoning contract called the Lavate, and of course, when he says summoning style Lavante, a giant sea serpent appears. Of course, he knows about Naruto, and thus kind of grabs what they call Hawk, what tells all of them to get on. So, of course, Naruto has his guns just ready, strapped on him and all that. Basically, both Patty and Liz, so he won't lose him. But yeah, of course, this is where they get, well, out of the Mist Village and went towards. So, of course, after getting out of the sea, they were actually thrown towards the Sand Village. Pretty far because the Levante cannot get on sand or basically land. So, of course, all of them were actually thrown. And, of course, this is where Chojuro is scared the shit out of. Haku is ready to land on the sand, while Hinata is actually being held by Naruto just in case, well, she doesn't land right, and Hinata's blushing a lot. But of course, she is confident. This is where when they land, Naruto puts chakra around them to actually, well, kind of take the fall damage. And of course, this is where Haku lands perfectly fine, while Chojuro hits the sand like a fucking missile. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, with that happening, this is where, well, they realize that they are near the Sand Village because the Leviathan can go really fucking fast. Of course, this is where the Lyrante did just throw them into the sky, knowing damn well that Death the Kid is gonna survive, Hinata's gonna survive, Haku's also gonna survive because you can see how strong they're. Shojiro, he kind of knew a little bit that he's probably too much of a scary cat, so yeah. So, of course, where Shojiro falls down to the ground, he wakes up and he says, I'm alive! But yeah, of course, Haku smacks him in the head and says, hurry up, dude. You realize we gotta go, right? Now, Haku, he's the height of 6'1". He got in taller, and of course, more skinnier, and his kind of feminine features kind of became more of a dude features, okay? Or somewhat. He still has a little bit of feminine features, but yeah. Of course, this is where Chojuro has become also bigger at the same height as the original canon. Still has blue hair and all them others. But it's better to use what's it called, the swords that he has. The swords that he has. And yeah, Naruto and the others just, what's it called, Death the Kid and Hinata just says, come on guys, we gotta go. And of course, this is where, they get to the Sand Village, and of course, this is where Sandgar says, halt there, what do you want? This is where Naruto says, we are from the Mist Village, and we are here to talk to the Kazekage because of your Shinsurgi problem. This is where Tamari heard about this, and she was kind of near the, gates. Just because she didn't know how long it would take, because, first, the Fire Village kind of never recovered that well with the fact that they lost to so many countries. So yeah, of course she couldn't get help from them. But of course decided to ask the Mist Village since they were also there during the invasion. But yeah. Zero Tomari says, yes, please, come in. Is any of you are healers towards what to call? I need you guys to heal my brother, Conqueror. That's where Conqueror is wounded, and Naruto, he doesn't know much about healing, but found out he didn't find an ability when he was training with the Levantes, because yes, he was trying to learn Sage Mode of the Levantes. He actually found out that the Levantes can actually heal things. Pretty fast and a molecular level. It's not as good, but it's still decent. It's where Naruto says, I can somewhat heal. This is where, he decides to pull out water, and this water is different from every other kind of water. It is actually a lightish kind of bluish color, and of course, is where with that happening, Naruto is kind of putting water into where Conqueror was kind of hurt. Water flows into Conqueror's body and taking out the poison, pulling it out, and Conqueror wakes up and says, what happened? This is where Naruto says, can you tell us where Gaara's at? Or your Jinchuriki? Because Naruto never really known about Gaara. He did, but Naruto really didn't care. With that happening, Naruto, he is just like, can you tell us about your Jinchuriki and all that? Conqueror still tells him the direction, and everyone nodded. This is where, Chill still wanted to come, and yeah. This is where Chojuro says that an old lady can't do anything, and of course he almost gets hit by a Senbon if Haku didn't block it with his own Senbon. But yeah. Of course, this is where Conqueror kind of falls in love with Haku, then realizes he got the surprise of Haku being a dude. This is where, Conqueror kind of falls down again because he did got surprised when he was younger. But yeah. Because Haku was 15 and was in the tuning exams. But now Haku's actually, not 15. He's actually 19. But yeah. As it were, with that happening, we go into, Naruto and everyone going towards the direction where, Gaara was last seen at. So, of course, with that happening, they go towards the direction. With that happening, sorry, brother. I keep saying with that happening, I don't know why. But when they get to where what's it called? Yeah, I already said that twice. What's it called? Gaara's at, they find out that Gaara's kind of dead. Of course, this is where, Chojuro and Haku fights against what's called, Sasori while Deidara fights against Death the Kid and Hinata. Now this is where, well, Deidara says, you can't really do jack shit. He gets shot multiple times and he coughed out blood. We go into Sasori POV. This is where Sasori says, just die. Of course, his puppet body does get a bunch of senbons and then gets cut in half because of Chojuro. And this is where she'll notice that this is Sasori's real body. Now, Sasori still gets hit by senbons, but realizes that, well, it really doesn't affect his puppet body. And says, well, you really think that will actually affect me? The senbons were actually made out of ice and actually turns, well, a part of Sasori's arm into ice. And then this is where Chojuro hits it and breaks it to a million pieces. This is where Sasori says, shit, I have to dodge that. This is where, well, Sasori, what's it called, grandmother, what's it called, fuck, I forgot her name, but yeah, she be trying to fight against Sasori also. Is it where, well, Naruto, he managed to what's called defeat Deidara pretty easy by just shooting at him, because Deidara might go long range, but Naruto still can easily shot at him. But yeah. With that happening, Deidara dies, and of course, where Naruto still grabs what's called Gaara. But with that happening, Naruto, he is, well, what's it called? Just grabs Gaara, and of course, where Chill decides to still sacrifice her life for Gaara, and Gaara wakes up, but Gaara doesn't have the one toast and turkey. But yeah. So, of course, the two toast and turkey is still captured by, what's it called? Hidan and what's called Kankuro, or not Kankuro, Hidan and Kakuzu, but yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto and others still go back to the village, but yeah. This is where, well, Pain and every Akatsuki member realize that almost say Dadari. I don't know why that. I was thinking of Dadari? I don't know why I was thinking of that. But no, I was thinking Deidara and Sasori are already dead. They realized that the 9-tailed Cherokee must have done this. And they realized that the 3-tails, 6-tails, and 9-tails are all in, well, the Mist Village. That's where Pain and everyone else in the Akatsuki members realized that they really have to take out 3 Jinchurikis. So of course all of them went, even Pain. So of course with them all going, even Toby being one of the new ones, all going towards, well, the Mist Village. But this is not where I'm gonna leave it off. But wait. So back to what I was doing. So we go into Naruto in the Mist Village. After bringing back the Kazekage, Tamari thought it would be a great idea to alliance with the, well, Mist Village. So, of course, they're doing an alliance, just a peace treaty and all that, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto was talking to Hinata one time, well, just a couple days into, well, a couple days after the, well, rescue of Gaara. I don't know why I can't speak, but yeah, after the rescue of Gaara. With that happening, something happened in the sky. Shinrai Tensai, blasting everything away. This is where, well, something happens. It seems all the Akatsuki members are here, even Itachi, Kisame, everyone. Everyone appears. And of course, Itachi sees Naruto. Now Itachi says Tsukiyomi, and tries to put Naruto in the Tsukiyomi. Finds out one thing. When putting Naruto in the Tsukiyomi, the only thing he sees behind Naruto is not Naruto, but Death himself. Grabbing Itachi and Naruto. It's not even Naruto who's doing it. It's Death Kid who did it. Death Kid grabs, what's it called, Itachi, and rips Itachi's soul, killing Itachi, even if Itachi did try to put Naruto into a Tsukiyomi. So Itachi's body limps down. It's where Kisame and everyone realize what the hell's happening. Well, not realize. They're just wondering what the fuck happened. Did Itachi just pass out, or did he just die? They don't know what the hell happened. But of course, this is where all the Akatsuki members start rushing to try to attack, well, Naruto and the 6-tails. Because yes, the 6-tails was also kind of next to Naruto. I should have mentioned all that. Also that. But yeah, of course, all of them just start trying to rush after the Jinchurikis. While, well, Obito is going to go get the 3-tails. Now, Naruto's right now fighting against the path of pain, and of course, is where Naruto goes into a sage mode. He goes into the Levante sage mode and breaks through half the path of pain. And this is where Naruto bites on his thumb and summons out the boss of the Levantes. This is where it's a giant Levante and shoots a just massive water attack at the Levantes. The seven swordsmen are right now fighting against some of the Akatsuki members. This is where Naruto. This is where, well, Naruto actually gets hit in the heart. In the heart by a rod of one of the paths of pain. This is where, well, Hinata still wanted to help Naruto. And of course, where Hinata's actually being able to, fight against the Diva Path pretty faster than normal and actually quicker. And able to react against attacks way faster. But still, the Diva Path is still stronger than the, Princess of the Hyuga. And of course, he still kind of hurts Hinata so bad to the point where Naruto, instead of using the Nine-Tails power, he says, "You bastard." This is where, well, Patty and Liz were kind of down there. So Patty and Liz were not next to Naruto when the Shindor Tensei happened. So of course they run towards what's called, they run towards what's called Death Kid. I don't know. I kind of forgot his name. Well, mostly Naruto. And of course, this is where Naruto says, "No, Patty, Liz, watch out." And of course, they get blasted away. So where Naruto says, "Liz, Patty, no." This is where, well, the Nine-Tails is actually infecting Naruto's power. But of course, this is where Naruto's soul actually increases. So the Death Kid soul. It fuses with the Nine-Tails power. This is where Naruto's speed increases. The rod that hit him in the heart just regenerated so fast, and Naruto just took out the rod so it wouldn't kill him. So Naruto is speed right in front of, what's it called? One of the paths of pain, and this is the Diva path. But Naruto, not only that, but added the Levante, Sage mode. So Naruto is right now overpowered. This is where Naruto, he just palm strike the path of pain and just exploded him. It was the Diva path. Now this is where Kasami tries to strike at Naruto, but this is where Zabuza blocks the attack. Naruto, he then just told Patty and Liz to come back here. That's where, Patty and Liz decide to, turn into guns, and this is where Naruto says, "Death Cannon." So of course, both of them become Death Cannon. That's where Naruto shoots a Death Cannon blast at, the leftover members of, the Akatsuki. This is meaning, Hiran and Kakuzu. So, with Hiran and Kakuzu kind of sorry about that. Not I kind of just got distracted of, outside kind of raining. But yeah, it's going to be a thunderstorm later. But yeah, not the point. But, of course, Kakuzu and Hiran right now were fighting against, the other, Seven Swordsmen. And, of course, Chojo managed to cut Hiran's head off, but Kakuzu just tries to reform not Kakuzu, Hiran's head back onto his body. But of course there were Bakugo, Raitina, and even, Savannah, or whatever I call her. I think I call her Hardy. I'm gonna call her Hardy Queen. But of course, right now, just trying to fight against what's called Kakuzu. Of course, Bakugo then uses explosion sword to explode two of his hearts. Raitina managed to electrify the other two, and the last one got sunburned through the other last heart, killing Kakuzu. Hiran's head was cut off and then just thrown into the water. But yeah, this is where, Naruto, after, he did kind of shoot a death cannon at, to Hiran's body, but didn't really kill him that much. So yeah. Of course, Naruto, with his senses of the Nine-Tails power fusing with Death Kid's power, and also having the, the Levante's, Sage mode, he senses, Black Zetsu. That's where Naruto says, "Death Cannon!" Blasts, Black Zetsu. This is where Obito realized that everyone is losing. This is where Naruto did grab a rod to actually summon himself to actually see where is, the real path of pain. So this is where Naruto, he still kind of, he did heal Hinata, but this is where Naruto disappears. Where the hell is, the Diva path, or not Diva path, the real path of pain. But yeah, Hinata did take out the other two Path of Pain, but yeah. Also, the Six Tails was still fine, but yeah. So, of course, this is where Conan told, what's it called? Nagato to let's go, but Naruto appears, and this is where Naruto says, Death Cannon! Beam of Death. Well, whatever it's called. But, of course, he blasts both Conan and, well, Nagato straight to hell. Killing both of them, okay? So, of course, even the Renegades are gone. This is where Obito is pissed, but Obito decides to run away. Because, well, he's going to do Erai Tensei to bring back Madara. This is where we go into a few days, well, a few months later. Of course, this is where the Mist Village is back to normal. But yeah, not many people were hurt in that battle, but yeah. Naruto's talking to, Hinata. But this is where something else happens. Of course, he has Patty and next to Naruto. And Naruto is talking about, well, the next missions that he's going to have to do and blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Madara actually shows up in the Erai Tensei. And of course, Obito is there. This is where Naruto put on his, told Liz and Patty to come in for the Death Cannon and all that. And of course, this is where, everyone is trying to fight against Madara. Madara is easily defeating everyone using, his Susanoo and destroying everyone. Of course, this is where Naruto did try to use his Death Cannon and also did try to use the Kyuubi form and all that to try to defeat it, the Susanoo, but of course he's easily being defeated and taken out. This is where Obito says, it looks that was so easy. This is where Madara says, you really did disappoint me, Obito. I thought you'd be able to take on some weaklings. This is where Naruto was right now on the ground, and then he did see Hinata also on the ground, all hurt, all bloody. So of course Naruto says, Hinata, no. He's unconscious, but when he's unconscious, he actually, the rings on his head do all connect, all three of them. And of course, his soul spirit actually increases. Of course, this is where Patty and Liz actually notice this. And yes, they realize that Death the Kid is actually awakening. That's where, Death the Kid is awakening in Naruto. And this is where, the Nine Tails actually decides to help Naruto when he met Death the Kid in his mindscape. So, in his mindscape, Naruto met Nine Tails Kurama, but also met Death the Kid. Also met the Levantes because yes, they have a connection. But of course, this is where Naruto meet all of them. And of course, this is where Naruto says, then help me out. Of course, fist bump with everyone. And, of course, Death the Kid wanted at least a synchronized fist bump. So yeah, angle perfectly. But yeah. And of course, Levante just kind of put his head to fist bump. But yeah, because he doesn't really have arms. He has flippers, but yeah. That's where Naruto, his spirit pressure went up. Also went into the KCM. And, KCM too, because he's actually mixed with the Levantage Mo. That's where Naruto says, Death Cannon! He says, Ultimate Death Cannon. But of course, he also went into this form. So yeah. And of course, he says Ultimate Death or Ultra Death Cannon. Beyond, 2,000 radius. 2,000% blast or something. Okay, I can't really remember. But yeah, he sends a giant blast at, Edo Tensei, Madara, Susanoo, and even Obito. Obito says this is nothing. Obito was not in combo week because he was right now in Madara, Susanoo, and they think that they weren't going to be affected. But they are gone. Obliterate into nothing but ashes. But yeah, Naruto's out of the form. But of course, yeah. Of course, this is where we go into a time skip of the village being rebuilt. Yes. This is where, the village is trying to get new security because, goddamn, they got invaded like 3 times. And they were like, fuck it. But yeah. Of course, with that happening, they go into, a couple of years later. Of course, this is where whatever his name is did try to invade the Mist Village, but Naruto beat his ass down super easily because Naruto isn't gonna lose. So yeah, of course Sasuke wasn't a problem for him, but yeah, because Sasuke died and all that. Now this is where Hinata still married Naruto, and Naruto did have 2 kids Well, both of those kids have black hair, not yellow hair, but yeah. But yeah. This is where I'm gonna end it off. 4. What if Naruto was a reincarnation of Death Kid? The end. I'm also gonna try to finish Karma Akabas. But yeah. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and potato. Potato.